motivation you need, food for thought indeed. Coming from Life Coach D, spiritual nuggets you need to help you succeed. Coming from Life Coach D.
So, out here chilling with Mr. Walter Bernard. I'm actually celebrating the 30 for 30 this year, and so Walter is one of the mentees, and obviously somebody I have still a relationship to this day. But Walt, just want you to tell everybody out there as I'm celebrating this, how did you and I meet, if you can remember?
Yeah, so one, congratulations on the 30 for 30.
Appreciate you.
We met at Poway High School, Poway, California. I was running track back then, and I was at the long jump pit, and we just had a conversation. I believe you came up to me and asked me who my coach was.
Yep.
You said, "Man, you out here jumping with no coach?" I said, "Yeah, I'm kind of just winging it." And so I kind of talked about some of the issues I was going through at the high school, and I was a junior in high school, and yeah, that we had a conversation, but it came up because I was out on the long jump pit with no coach, just doing my own thing. But I believe I may have won that meet. But
yeah, I was kind of
because
I remember giving you some pointers, and I was like, dude, I done had him jump and beat us. But yeah, all right, well, so obviously that was our introduction. So if you can tell anybody anything about our relation, our interaction, what would it be? Why do you think we're still in relationships almost 30 years later? Literally, it's 30 years now.
Well, I just think I believe in the Bible talks about everything has a season, and I just think that we've gelled. We're honest with each other. We've always been we've kept it real, so to speak, and good, bad, and the ugly, and different. And I just feel that relationship has bonded, and it's continued to evolve. And I think in any relationship, they're stronger as they evolve, as you go through things,
right.
And empathy is shown on both sides. And so I think that's why the relationship has gone. And through the relationships, obviously, you've met a lot of people from my side, and I've met a lot of people from your side.
All right, so that's good, Walt. So next question is, what can you say that has been one of the biggest influences or biggest encouragement that you've maybe learned since we've been in interaction over 30 years?
Well, I think it's not only some of your words of encouragement, no matter, as I've been through a lot in my life, and you've seen the highs and lows, and have been there, throughout it as a great mentor. And I think you've always been consistent, no matter what I've faced, that I can push through. And so I think that has been inspirational for me and has kept me going. But not only that, is just seeing what you've done and had to deal with your own struggles.
Yes.
And keeping that positive attitude, keeping upbeat, and being strong for multiple people that rely on your expertise.
Finally, Walt, what advice would you give anybody who may be watching this and actually wondering why I'm celebrating 30 for 30? Because I'm the type of person that don't like to celebrate myself. I just kind of do what I do. But what advice would you give to anybody out there who may be saying, okay, why is he doing this, and what's the significance or the importance of this?
Well, I think throughout life, nobody is immune from trials and tribulations. And so I think it's important to celebrate our small wins, our big wins, and recognize that. And so I think this is a good thing, I think, in people's life, no matter what you're going through, even if it's something what we may consider small, is celebrate that. And one of the biggest advices is like, people can relate to movie, right? But sometimes the strongest movies, there's always turmoil in the midst of the movie. There's always a villain. And so I think the bigger the villain, the bigger the obstacle. If you just hang in there, it'll work out. And so if it's not working out in your situation, it's important, not to give up, but to keep fighting through, because we never know how the movie's going to end. And so it kind of relates to sports as well. People can relate to sports, and one of the famous games was Patriots versus Falcons, when the Patriots were down 28-3 at halftime. Everyone thought that they were going to lose. Patriots came, they believed, they stuck through, and ended up winning the game when everybody had counted them out. So I think it's important to rely on your skill set, rely on the things that you've been through, the things that you've overcome, look back, celebrate those things, and you kind of use those as like a rear view mirror in your life to help propel you forward and keep your vision moving forward.
That's good. That's good. All right, Walt, so last question. Name me one thing. I'm going to make you narrow it down to one because I know it's probably a lot.
Yeah.
Name you one thing that has been pivotal based on a relationship that you and I have had over the last 30 years that you remember that helps you in life now.
I believe one of the things that I've held on to is I can remember after a game, like my dream was always to play football. So I didn't really play football until my senior year of high school. I remember after a game, you telling me, as you go forth, just always remember Philippians 4:13, that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And so in those times of weakness, in those times of doubt, that's one of the things that I go back to is you telling me that scripture to meditate on back when I was in high school, because through that and applying that scripture has gotten me through a lot of tough days where I felt weak. I rely on that moment, rely on that scripture. If there's an obstacle I'm facing, I remember that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
That's good.
And so, to me, I think throughout the years, that's one of the biggest things that I've been able to hold on to, and was probably most memorable for me because I literally apply it every year, sometimes every day throughout my life.
That's awesome. Thank you, Walt. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right.